Hey y'all, welcome back to Sir You're Being Hunted with Joe.
Hello.
Hopefully this time we can get our raccoon ass back to our normal place of scientific exploration.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome back to the British Virgin Islands, population us.
Population Megatron Michelangelo. Oh,
I feel like he has a system that works and some people that want to use his system, but that's just me. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. No, he's stuffed. He's a bit done with that.
No, this isn't Megatron Michelangelo. This is a badger. I forget what his name is.
It's probably Jeremy or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So I'm sorry in advance.
He doesn't have a name tag.
I'm sorry in advance if we forget his name, but it's been about a month since we played this.
I don't think he'll mind. If we talk quietly, he can't hear us.
Mm-hmm. But we do know that we are Megatron Michelangelo.
In that case, I would expect all the robots to fear us and our third leg.
Ooh, we got a lot of shotgun shells.
The kind of thing that excites every person that sees that.
So if I remember correctly, we haven't managed to do anything on this island. Well, no, never mind. We have one mysterious fragment.
How is a great question.
I think we managed to get it, and then we went back and saved and was like, nope, we're done for the day. I've had enough of this.
Oh, I bet I remember what happened. I think this island is set up to extend the difficulty curve a bit further out after you get the first piece and you make some progress here. Or at least it always felt that way.
I remember there being... Go ahead.
It just kind of felt like we were mobbed several times over when obviously if we have one piece, I bet we go back and we find out with that first piece there were two robots looking over it, and that was
that was correct.
Lights out, no problem at all.
And then we had to deal with the guy on the horse.
Yes, there was the floating horseman, who I guess the horse kind of just shits on your head and you go, oh, this is disgusting and there's no shower, I'll die.
Yeah. I mean, if that happened to me, I'd probably shoot myself, too.
I mean, I don't know if we're just, like, looking up into the sky with our mouths open every time he shows up, but it is not fun.
I know I'd definitely kill myself if that happened to me.
So, anyway, we are dealing with that situation and several others, because these robots, again, just... they're using the buddy system, and then their friend is using the buddy system, and they just don't stop. And for some reason, I guess all of them have grown extra auditory nerves, or maybe they're just all listening to each other's radios, or I don't hear any of them yell, help, I'm dying, or anything, like when they get knocked out, but who knows? It's just frustrating. But there's nothing in that house.
Yeah, the scanner says there's nothing that way.
Unfortunately, you could make a loop all the way around, and there's a chance that everything is going to be so far into the island that you're just not going to be able to see it immediately with this device. If the antennas were longer, this would function way better as a taser than it...
Oh, hello.
Changing my mind as we speak.
So, just to lighten the mood a little bit, I came up with a new joke just before we started.
Go for it. I swear if you dreamed this one.
I did not. I was awake. What do you call a counterfeit waffle?
Hang on. A counterfeit waffle. You're gonna have to tell me. I'm not sure.
A pan fake.
Oh my gosh. Where's a horse when you need it?
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. You think they know it was you? Nice shots, though.
Thank you.
If no one else shows up, you have got this secured. Okay.
Oh, goody. I've gotten plenty of shotgun shells.
I'm so glad that you do. It saves you a lot of effort having to go around and readjust your pants. The only question here is going to be, do we want to save because that was such a great success?
Well, that would require getting all the way back to the boat.
I understand that, but we came this far already. It's probably quicker the other way around the island anyway.
I think we can, we're already here.
We're already here. Okay.
Or, oh, and there's a TARDIS. Is this Lake Silencio? Fish and chips.
Who has 3 shoes to leave in a phone booth? I'll just take these off, and I'll take this one out of my briefcase and leave it here.
Mother, I'm recording. I could hear her coming, and she was bringing the phone with something that is not my content. Okay, it's on this little island.
I'm just having to bleach everything that you said out of my mind because I misunderstood the context originally. We're good.
I said that Mother was bringing her phone and was playing a video that is not my content.
And I guess you don't want to find out that might work better with your viewers than the other content.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to get copyright struck. I don't want to get copyright struck. Oh, there it is.
Well, this is. So we just kept wandering into the parts of the town that were dangerous when in fact the actual pieces were, thank God, that showed up now instead of later.
Yeah, I hate the tentacle Leviathan.
Thank goodness it is literally glued to the ocean floor so that its reach is extremely limited for your purposes.
Oh, Tiddly.
You are actually okay. It only grazed you. And then they ambushed you. He even limped in your direction. That's fine.
I admit that it was my fault that we lost that keystone.
That was just generally fluky, and that's fine. I don't know what you're supposed to do when it comes to swimming up to people, because you think that you'd be able to dive under. Maybe you do have a dive under feature in this game, and it's just complicated to use. Even then, I swear, I'm pretty sure we ended on the death where you were trying to swim away, and most of the time we're under the water, and they legitimately hit you through like 5 feet of what's supposed to be like a solid substance. And it's like, guys, bullets do not work like that. They slow down in water.
Exactly. You can't shoot someone through water because it will, at the very least, at the very most, just bruise them.
Yes, it might actually, go through them, but nonetheless, it goes through a lot slower. And you're right. I mean, the deeper you go, the more likely that it is actually just going to stop entirely. So this game obviously does not understand the basics of science.
Or physics.
Oh yeah, remember the bushes? It doesn't. But I guess maybe we should have understood that when we had this steampunk radio transmitter and robots. For fuck's sakes. You just have to wait it out. You don't have the pliers. You are a bit screwed. You are a bit screwed. This is a restart for sure. Way to kick a man when he's down.
Yep.
Oh man, he's bleeding out. Just put one between his eyeballs. I'm sure it'll do the trick. This is a long-ass walk when you know something silly has happened.
Tell me about it.
One of the questions that arises when it comes to doing this stuff is, do the locations reset after every death on an island? Or can we be confident that we just need to go back to exactly where we were?
They are always in the same place. I definitely remember walking over there every time to get the first piece.
And it just surprises me then when we went the other direction to get that same piece, that all of a sudden it was... I think the Scarecrow just tried to announce its presence to you, which is...
Yeah, the Scarecrows are a lot... Fuck you.
Actually, we probably should have taken its word. We probably should have been a bit more scared about this situation. Again, this is a lot of people to have all in the same place. I would probably leave this situation, and yes, this is actually fine.
I'll just take the long way around. There's less traps on the long way around.
There's less traffic on the long way around. There's just less substance the long way around.
So while we're walking, I might as well tell you, I went on speedrun, the speedrunning website, speedrun.com or something like that. Someone managed to beat this thing in 38 minutes.
I imagine this kind of plays the same way as a Minecraft would, right? Where, admittedly, like, the locations that you eventually have to get to will be randomized to some extent, and the difficulty levels extremely diverse based on those differences.
Surprisingly diverse for a game that looks like this.
It's just like, oh my gosh, it's behind that bush instead of the other bush? Well, damn.
Speedrunners are a different breed, my dude.
Yeah, I fear they have too much time.
More like too much skill.
Yeah, but it's not... unless you continue to try to play, you know, randomly generated shooter, find the hidden relic type games, I don't know what it translates to. It's not really something you can put on a resume when you're applying for Amazon or anything. Maybe you can. Maybe
Well, I mean,
really good at Sir You're Being Hunted works super well in one of their warehouses. I don't know.
I mean, I think that because most of them are streamers, like, they get a certain amount of fame from doing it, and then they get like tips and stuff from people, like actual money. People pay them to speed run certain games.
I do like that we're trying to explain in this particular session how streaming economy actually works. But to my understanding of how Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else is actually set up is probably 1% of 1%, if not an extra 1% of those people actually receive enough to make a solid living and become relatively famous, and everybody else kind of picks up scraps. And yes, you can make some money. It's just a question of, can you actually get enough people playing the games that you do? Because let's face it, if you speedrun World of Warcraft, I know you can't, right, unless you have some kind of arbitrary point where you do a quest or you hit a level or whatever the fuck.
I mean, for infinite games, they usually all decide on a certain point in the game where it's like where it will where the speedrun should logically end. Like, for example, did you know people speedrun the Papa Louie games?
To what point exactly?
Once you hit, the speedrun ends when you hit what is it? Rank 5.
That's it? Is that difficult?
I mean, some people it actually takes them a fair bit of time.
Not the speedrunners, I would hope, because otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose, and I'm sure drastically demotivates them.
I mean, no matter what, a game will always take you... Oh, Lord.
This is bullshit and was not here before.
Anyway, no matter what, no matter how fast you are at a speed run, it will always take you a small bit of time. So, especially if you make a mistake. And Papa Louie games are ones where you can absolutely fuck up an order and then not have enough points to reach the next rank.
Okay. Okay, then. I'm just kidding. Is 5 as far as you can go? Or
oh, hell no. The game ends forever.
It goes forever, you say?
The Papa Louie games go forever.
Wow, not even death can stop you from making food substances for hungry customers. This is fine. This is still fine. Okay, it is fine.
Big tall Tolly.
To make. Yep. Oh, she really just made this sound wave that I guess just instantly stops your heart?
Oh yeah, I'm JFK from Clone High, and I am telling you to subscribe to the Geeky Skunk Gamer and his friends, Geo Joe 2000 and Luigi Fan 891.